Shalom Israel with the ISUPK. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. Since 1969, we've been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians the truth of the Bible. We're located right here, 5261 Del Mar Boulevard, Suite A, St. Louis, Missouri. I call it St. Lucifer, Hell, Missouri. And guess what? We're not affiliated with no Israelite group on the entire planet Earth. All right. Tonight is Brotherhood class. Before we get into the topic, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. are the weekly classes. Sabbath service is Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you have any questions or comments, or you request transportation, or you need counsel, dial 314-696-8288. We got 2 call-in numbers. You can listen live or participate. Get your phone on mute, unmute, say Salaki or excuse me, and your question will be answered accordingly. The first number is 712-832-8330. The second number is 426-6260. And the access pin for the weekly classes are 825-1636. All right. You already know what we got going on from Des Moines, Iowa, all the way to KC, back down to St. Louis, and swinging on around down to the ATL. You already know we got the podcast and weekly classes popping off. You know what I'm saying? Starting with heavy content podcast, you know what I'm saying, going down up in Des Moines, Iowa, man. Heavy content, man, bringing out all the latest tragedies and unalivings and stories coming out with our oppressor, man. Bringing out that heavy content concerning everything to do with what's going on with the Third World War and other heavy content podcast topics. You already know heavy content. Then we're gonna swing around to KC. You know what I'm saying? Home of the mighty KC4. You already know. You might get bombed on, but don't start nothing, won't be nothing. All right. But definitely will get filed. You definitely will get fell on. You know what I'm saying? And get cut with these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the KC4, man. You already know how it is, man. Standing 10 toes down. We don't care if it's about a chair, if it's about the air. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna defend the faith and the damn truth. All right. And we come right here to St. Louis, St. Lucifer, Hell, Missouri, man, in the middle of Hell, America, man, where everything going down. You know, they say they brought out the map that St. Louis is gonna be the first to get bombed. They're gonna shoot the bombs here first. You know what I'm saying? We already brought that out, but Lord willing, ISUPK St. Louis will survive those missiles. You know what I'm saying? Those missiles laced with fentanyl and all that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna come out unscathed, Lord willing. Then we got not only classes going down in St. Louis, we got the To the Hard Way podcast every Friday night, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, bringing out all the atrocities, all the crimes, all the church shenanigans, all those things, man. We doing it. Then we got, you already know, ATL, STL Connect, Cap 10K, in the mighty man Ashiala, you know what I'm saying? They call them I don't know what his nickname is down in the ATL, but up here in St. Louis, They call him Officer Cut him up. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna cut you to shreds. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have all the stories. He gonna have all the facts to make sure you know you don't know what you talking about. If it's Clubhouse, if it's classes, is it the Sharpen the Sword Radio? Nashiala, he on it, man. You already know what time it is. And then, like I said, I just mentioned it. Sharpen the Sword Radio, man. Cap 10K, man. St. Louis got a captain of 10,000 who ain't playing no games, man. Giving out the righteous counsel, passing out the righteous butt whippings out here, man. When you want to try to come up against Cap 10K, man, you know you ain't gonna win. Ain't no win. You can scream, you can holler, you can shout, you can curse, you can threaten, you can do all that. But guess what? You got the killer and the killers right there waiting for you. Don't even trip, don't even bip bop, step out of line, none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when he called us into them debates, when he called us in to those is really just showing how sharp in his sword is when you have those discussions and you always lose. You know what I'm saying? You get mad and you cancel and have them canceling a whole lot of discussions and debates around here in St. Louis, man, because they know they can't win. They know they can't win. And then when he give us the order to do what we do, oh man, you already know it's a wrap before they even said time. All right. Sharpen the Sword Radio every Sunday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Call in number 712-832-8330. Access PIN for Sharpen the Sword Radio 910-1409. Follow Captain K, Sharpen the Sword Radio on all social media platforms, man. And you already know he busting heads up in that clubhouse, man. Y'all better leave him alone before I get in there and win him, show you what's up. But it's all with it. It's all good. We gonna get to the topic at hand, man. Which if you're not in the truth, you someone that's out in this world, man, still, man, you celebrating these holidays, the oppressors' holidays. You know what I'm saying? You celebrating his holiday, you celebrating him having rulership over you. You know, you don't even know it. You so stuck in a rut. You know what I'm saying? You in the dirt outside the house. You lower than an earthworm in a foot track. You on the dirt outside of the house, looking inside the house at the floor. You know what I'm saying? You under the crack of the damn floor in the dirt. Not damn me looking at the oppressor eat, and you trying to blow some damn air through the hole of the floor to knock a crumb off his spoon. That's how low you is out here in this world, man. You know, the scripture say the first gonna be last, man, and the last gonna be first. You know, because he has chosen a group of people to be able to earn his blessings and his favoritism. Don't listen to these uh people up in these damn churches. Because they blessed and highly favored, but being wicked as hell all throughout the damn year. You know what I'm saying? But when Christmas time run around, they can buy someone a gift and everything's just fine. But that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's fine. You know what I'm saying? Your life, your soul, your children's seed, your lineage, your everything is in danger for the sins you commit. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that you blessed and highly favored. You ain't blessed and highly favored for nothing but a damn ditch, a spot in hell, man, with a hellish condition, man. That's the only thing you deserving of. You know, nah, you know it deep down inside. But this is the Brotherhood class, and I'm here to teach you to not be in a sad case in a bad way when it comes to the times that we're living in. You know what I'm saying? Because racism is on the rise, man. You know what I'm saying? You already see who just won the presidential seat. And how he do it? By promising to kick you in the face, stump you in the neck, to squeeze the life out of your body, your children's body. You know what I'm saying? To unalive you and yours, to treat you and yours bad, to hate you and yours, man. Racism is on the rise, man. No, I got this first damn article, and the topic of this article says it all. It says African Americans remain top target of hate crime. Wow. So you already see what's going on. You know, you get smacked up at the presidential rallies, even if it's a Democrat or Republican. You getting jumped on up in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want you there. They don't want you a part of their prosperity. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Their prosperity is based on the state and your demise that you live in. Your demise. You being unalive. You being taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? That measures their success. And I'm talking about the race of people who are the devil, the Bible speaks of on earth. We already know what that's talking about. That's talking about Esau. That's talking about Edom. That's talking about the race of people who are exalting themselves as an eagle. You know what I'm saying? Saying, who can bring me down? I'm like the damn eagle. You know what I'm saying? You can trace that back all the way to the Grecians, the Romans, and the people of today. You know what I'm saying? The Russians, the Americans, the Ukrainians, the so-called Jewish man is in our land right now, Israel. Israel is the mother of us all, the real motherland, not damn Africa. You understand? But believe that racism is on the rise, man. In this report right here, African Americans remain top target of hate. I mean, that word remain right there. I mean, they've always been the top target of hate. Remain meaning we've, like I said, always been the top target of hate. That's how it's always going to be. Because whenever the pressure doesn't get their way or something don't seems right, they find a way to try to blame every damn thing on the people that are poor, on the people that are took advantage of, on the people that they use as a damn whipping stick, you know, and the whole world views us as a people that are worth nothing. But guess what? We are from the 12 tribes of Israel. And since 1969, ISUPK has been teaching the truth to the damn world, proving that the truth is in the Bible, proving that the ISUPK is the one and only home of the damn truth. You see that in the back of me. That ain't there for nothing. That's because of the work that Commanding General YAHANNA and all the generals and all the captains and all the schools all around the damn world he helped build up since 1969 are actually teaching the same thing, believing and getting people out of this condition of hell, getting their minds out of the gutter, man, getting their souls off of the most high path of his wrath, man. But guess what? Through it all, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians remain top targets of hate crime. All right. It's Black Americans are the most frequent victims of racially motivated hate crimes in the United States. They ain't say blacks and Somalians. They ain't say blacks and Nigerians. They ain't say none of that. These Black Americans are not African, and they know it. Africans over here, they can walk up and down the street and do whatever they want without no cop pulling up on them. A real African can walk down the ghetto anywhere in America in a ghetto, and they know he's not an African American. He is not going to get harassed. He is not going to get slammed up against a police car. You don't see no real Africans in the jail system, in a cell with African Americans talking about they got a free case. Talking about they had to sell drugs to eat. Nowhere. You ain't gonna see it. Ain't no Africans in the workhouse. St. Louis City Jail doing time alongside Negro. Wanna know why? Southside is full of Africans, but the police don't harass them. The police don't free case them. Police don't beat them because it's Black on Friday. They don't arrest them to do the weekend special Friday night, and hopefully you'll get out Monday at court. You don't see no Africans in there. There ain't no Africans. You can look at their big old heads. You can look at they naffy beady up hair and the way they smell and know that they're not Negroes. They know the difference. This is Southside St. Louis. It's a whole coalition of them. They got all the bootleg clothing stores up and down Cherokee. They got all the African hair braiding spots, on lock. And they can stand around outside all times of night and do what they want to do around all the cities of America. And they ain't got to worry about being harassed like a Black man in the damn project, walking to the corner store to get a tea and some damn Skittles. You're going to get harassed because they're racist against you. They know that you are God's chosen people. They know that you are better than them. They know you're not a stinking African at the flea market selling fake jewelry, fake clothes, fake Jordans, fake every damn thing, and stinking while they do it. They know you're not them. They know you're not boom 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 boom. They know that. But guess what? They know you're a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and you are better than them. And they don't want you to know it. They don't want you to know it, man. They want you to believe the lie that they dug your ass. You descend from Tutankhamun. That's what they want you to believe. You Tutankhamun's great grandson, which means nothing. They done grave robbed all them Pharaoh tombs. You know what I'm saying? And nobody can do nothing about it. They don't have to return none of the gold. They ain't gotta return none of the rubies, none of those things. But guess what? In the end, them possessing the Most High's real treasure, 12 tribes of Israel, they not gonna return us either, but they gonna get caught with us in their hand. Now King Christ come back with that army. And guess what? It's gonna be a sad day for him then. because of the racism that is on the rise. It says a new report released Tuesday confirms the trend, showing that black people were the targets of more than 1/5 of all hate crimes reported in major U.S. cities, the highest share of any group. So that means we are being systematically victimized here in this place, man. And it's not going to end. You don't know why it's not going to end? Because the oppressors, who are your bosses and supervisors, and secretly they got on white sheets and at home at the dinner table calling you every naker in the damn book. How lazy you is, how bad you are, how sex crazed they are. All propaganda though. Like they got control of the racism so strong here and so much on the rise. The whole damn Democratic presidential shing ding, all that propaganda, all that propaganda was based on you being over hypersexual, sexualized black man, Hispanic man. You was just twerking all over the place for Kamala Harris, twerking and being a damn homosexual. If you weren't a homosexual, you was twerking. And her solution to it was to pull up with a damn van to give you a vasectomy, hysterectomy, whatever, protectomy. You know what I'm saying? It was the Kamala Harris with that van. She pulled up with that van to what was the vasectomy van? Yeah. Yeah. You didn't know about that one, Cap? Yeah, she had a van where she was basically doing her own thing to make sure that you don't have children. Yeah. It's horrible, Cap. It even says that it said the report is based on police data analyzed by the Center for Study of Hate. I didn't even know they had this center here. The report based on police data analyzed by the Center for the Study of Hate and Extremism at California State University found that hate crimes targeting black people fell by an average of 6% last year after surging in the previous 2 years. But that was just there in California. It says that, but the trend was not uniform across the country, and many cities and states reported their worst numbers ever. So the overall analysis of the study of hate and extremism on hate crimes that it rise when it came to black people, man. Because you wanna know why? Our oppressor won't live comfortable. He won't sleep good at night if he not knowing that America's being made great again. And the way America gets made great again is racism against you and your children. It can be in the school, it can be in the judicial system, it can be on the workplace, it can be in the news. If the news not talking about how bad you are and the crime that you doing every night, heads are going to roll. You already know that. I remember coming up as a little kid back in the 80s watching the evening news, and all I seen was black people this, Hispanic people that. That's it. That was the whole rundown. Then when I got older, in my 20s, of course, I've systematically been oppressed. So I'm in and out of jail. I read the newspaper, the whole rundown. The evening, we had a newspaper down called the Evening World. And it's nothing about crime. And you know who was in that Evening World? Blacks and Hispanics for everything except for burglary and rape. You already know who had the burglary and rape. The oppressed. He had burglary and rape everything. You know what I'm saying? That's who. But when it came to drugs and weapons and robberies, it was blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But guess what? I also knew I wasn't stupid. I also knew that they wouldn't uh, really post the crimes of their people because they're racist. The newspaper was racist. You know, people here in St. Louis, we read the World because we wanted to know who the snitch was. If you got locked, we read to find out who the snitch was. You know what I'm saying? You got locked up for a certain charge. If the World ain't posted, you know you was a snitch. You got out and the World ain't post what you got caught with or nothing like that, we already knew you went down there and did something to get up out of that. You know what I'm saying? Good. Everybody watched you get locked up. Everybody calling around. Yeah, so also got locked up yesterday. Woo, woo, yeah. You know you got caught with a pistol and the World ain't have it in there. Oh yeah. You was already a marked man. That's what we used it for. But our oppressor used it to show that the things that they were doing and implementing on us, we deserve. We deserve the beatings. We deserve the high bonds. We deserve the long sentences from the judge. That's what the World was for. You know what I'm saying? Because the racism was being broadcast, you know what I'm saying, on at a steady pace. You know what I'm saying? Like we were just the worst of the worst. But our oppressor, he breaking in and sexually assaulting everything. You know, back in the 80s, for example, on the south side of St. Louis, we had a guy called the South Side Rapist. Everybody knew about the South Side Rapist. Everybody knew it was a Caucasian. You was a little kid, you couldn't go nowhere without yourself. It was called the buddy system. You had to have 3-4 buddies with you to be outside doing anything because the Southside Rapist might get you and throw you in the trash can dead. Everybody knew about this guy. But guess what? He didn't start getting broadcast and put in the news until I forgot the little white girl name. Ooh, it's a little white girl. I'm old now. But it was a little white girl he snatched up, and we been knew about him. But when he got the little white girl and did her, oh man, it was on the news every night, all day. Wasn't nothing. It was non-stop until they caught him. They ended up catching him. But it wasn't a big thing when he was doing it to us. He got a lot of us. But when he got that little white girl, yeah, every night on the news. Yeah. They end up catching them too, boy. Yeah, I will never forget that. But yeah, that's what's happening, man. It also says, he said, historically, African Americans have been the most frequent victims of hate crimes in the U.S. Whoa, we have been the most frequent victims of hate crimes, man. You know what? And we ain't hate criming them back. I remember coming up in school and being hated. I was hated by the teachers. I was hated by, you know what I'm saying? I was in the D-Seg. I had to go from the city to the county to the white school. The teachers ain't like us. Principal ain't like us. The police out there, we call them the county brown. They wear brown suits. County browns, they ain't like us. The school let out, we can hang around out there outside our school, nowhere in the neighborhood. You wanna know why? Because you might get assaulted. You might get locked up. You might get chased. You might come up missing. You wanna know why? Because of the racism out there. All right. It said the report comes just days after a white gunman killed two black men and a black woman at a Florida variety store in a hate-fueled rampage. Man, he aired it out. He killed everyone that wasn't the same color as him. He said the 21-year-old shooter who took his own life after the unalivings left behind a racist screed, SCREED, in which he expressed hatred for black people. One firearm he used in the attack had swastikas drawn on it. So he's like a neo-Nazi, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole slew of them somewhere. They out training, they target practicing, they running drills. I seen videos, they got makeshift project buildings where they train unaliving in the hallways and the staircases of a project building. They done built these things out because they actually think that that's gonna be the stronghold for blacks and Hispanics. These projects they kind of built like fortified, like you know what I'm saying. So they're trying to prepare for having to go in and unalive your post-up with your meager arms and guns that you got with their high tech, high velocity weaponry. You know what I'm saying? Total disadvantage. But they just not knowing that they playing war when in reality, blacks and Hispanics are actually doing war. We already war ready due to the conditions that we got to live in, the oppression. They don't understand that, but they gonna learn the hard way. They gonna learn the hard way, man. And it says blacks remain the most frequent target, not only for these extremist unalivers, but have been the most frequent target for overall hate crime for every year since data has been collected. We the target, man. We the target because we warriors, man. You get in the ISUPK, you learn how to be in the warrior priesthood, man. Where you're supposed to be. Where you might have is the most high wills it protection against all this. They're gonna come up against you. It's gonna come up against you, black and Hispanic man. It's coming. There's no way around it. But guess what? It says the FBI, which has been collecting hate crime data since 1991, said it was investigating shootings and anti-black hate crime. He says, from everything we know, this was a targeted attack. All these different uh, shootings and everything against blacks and Hispanics, man, they say are targeted attacks, man. Because racism is on the rise. All right. I got another one. Another one. Real fast. And this one right here is titled Racial Discrimination Shapes How Black Americans View Their Progress in U.S. Institutions. Guess what? We have no progress in America. Want to know why? Because of things like racial profiling, man. Racial profiling. Hold on. We're going to get the definition of that. Racial profiling or ethnic profiling is the act of suspecting, targeting, or discriminating against a person based on an ethnicity, religion, or nationality. That's what racial profiling is, meaning if it ain't white, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it ain't white, it ain't right, man. They don't give a damn if you say you're a black Muslim, black church person, black atheist, black Satanist. They don't give a damn. You black, and guess what? You gonna catch hell. You gonna catch hell because of the color of your damn skin. But guess what? The Most High deals with racism also. The Most High says something about our oppression. I'm gonna pull the scripture so you don't think I'm lying. Give me 1 second. Should have had all this wrote down, but I got it. Psalms 139 and 22. It says, I hate them with perfect hatred. I call them mine enemies. Huh. This talking about our oppressor, man. Most High say he hates them with a perfect hate. You want to know why? Not because of the color of their skin, because of the crime, because of the sins they commit when it comes to the 12 tribes of Israel. Because guess what? They try to take our constitution, our book, and make it to fit their evil agenda. That's crazy. And the worst thing they did was make our King Christ someone that's from their nation. How the hell they get that off? You want to know how they got that off? Unaliving, beatings, sexual assaulting, robbing, stealing, cheating. That's how they did it, man. But they're going to have to pay for it. Racism can be on the rise, and they can think it's gonna always be that way. But guess what? It's not. You wanna know why? Because you got the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man, standing right there, not caring if we get took out, not caring that the whole world, everybody else in the world is afraid to be unalive. You're not afraid of that. You know what I'm saying? We weren't afraid of COVID-19. We weren't afraid of the vaccine. We weren't afraid of none of it. Because we follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, and we understand them, and we realize that like the scripture says, you rather die for your friends and your nation. That's the best death. Not serving in Esau's military, singing the Star Spangled Banner, and standing by while your so-called Marine or Ranger sexually assault someone and calling it war. We don't do that. We're not going to do that. But if you think you want to live the American dream and serve on the oppressor's jury over someone from your nation and give your vote that he's guilty for being oppressed, you deserve whatever the Most High give you, man. You deserve it. But guess what? We don't want you to get it. We want you to get it right. We want you to understand racism. We want you to understand why the Most High is trying to raise you up out of here. Why the ISUPK is trying to raise you up out of here. My Commander General YAHANNA didn't fold and sell out and take the bag like the rest of these guys, man. That's why you need to get in the ISUPK before it's too late. Right now, we broadcasting everywhere. You see us everywhere. Winning all the debates. Captain K, he right here. They keep canceling the discussions. They don't want they don't want no smoke. They get scared. They do their homework and say, nah, I need to go light. I need to go lighter. I need a lightweight. So they go to some fake Israelite group and try to debate them and discuss with them. Ain't that's been the norm, Cap? That's what they've been doing. We get a couple of suckers every now and then, but I don't know, Cal. I think we need to reel them in. I think we got to come with a new tactic to try to reel them in and sneak them in there. Once we get them on there, then we can get them. You know what I'm saying? But what we gonna do, man? I remember the chat line. I remember the chat. Man, Cap, I remember you was destroying them on the chat line. The conference line. Yeah. Yeah, it was the conference line. Christian Mingle, son. Yeah, Cap. Yeah, like it's crazy the things that these people say and believe. Like I watched where I don't know who was that. Was a devil on Cross the Line Radio said Jesus was born from a perfect vagina, something like that.
What is it?
He said Jesus was born from a perfect vagina.
I think I did see somebody. Who said that?
I think it was a devil. I ain't sure, Cap. Like, come on now,
I saw
man.
a post that somebody had made saying
Mm. Like, how where's they coming? Like, your mind is so twisted to the point you on live, thousands, even if millions of people are listening to you, and you would say something like that. Like, you twisted, man. Your mind is twisted, man. You need to really stop it. Like, and this thing with this racism, man. I'm gonna read this part right here. It says, regardless of whether they feel systems are designed to hold them back, Black Americans generally view their road to success as more difficult than others. You want to know why? Because of stuff like this discrimination. It says discrimination is still a key factor in how Black Americans think about their progress. Black adults who have experienced racial discrimination, 79% of them are more likely than those who haven't. 63% to say Black people must work more than everyone else to be successful. Though majorities of both groups share this view. You know what I'm saying? Being discriminated on and working hard uh definitely measures a part of your success. You know what I'm saying? Um, you see what's happening with the our so-called music moguls and black celebrities. They all being took down, man. They being took down because guess what? Press don't like it. They don't like them not having to struggle and work hard and scrape and scribe and have something. You dropping hit songs and music and stuff like that. Nah, they don't want your family to inherit that money. They want it back into what they got going on. They find a way to take you down. Went out to P. Diddy, now they dragging Jay-Z in it, talking about some 13-year-old girl. They want his money too. You know what I'm saying? They want to say. Go ahead, Cap.
I wouldn't say it like that because that'll kind of lead to that conspiracy shit, where people thinking that white people just aiming at these celebrities. You know what I'm saying? They all getting found guilty of doing something. You know what I mean?
Count the gun.
I killed him, right? Look at how he flipped out. But what was he actually doing? He was actually fouling those little girls. Turn around and you got Diddy. Same thing with him. He's actually a criminal. These guys are criminal. We got so many innocent people that are actually in prison who have not committed not one crime
Right.
at all. You know what I'm saying? And we can't, I wouldn't say it like that for these celebrities, as if they just don't want them to have no money. They don't. They don't want none of us to have shit. They don't want none of us to be breathing and talking right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to them criminals and the ones that have actually committed crimes, that's the Lord. That's judgment from the Lord.
Right.
You know what I mean? To where, look at Bill Cosby. Look at how Bill was making jokes about the little drops he put in the drink. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Brag him and somebody else. They was bragging, posting about drugging people, and he been doing it for a long time. Now it done came to an end. All evil gonna come to an end. That's in the Bible. You reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? Well, one day that same thing that you doing gonna turn around and hit you back in the face. What go around, come around. So that's just their end, you know.
Sir.
So that's all that is. So it's a no. I ain't gonna say it like that. If evidence come out that Jay-Z guilty, that wasn't because the white man don't want him to have no money. They the ones that signed him
Right.
and giving them the paper. They want him to do it because he's a sellout. You understand? He gonna make them. Just think about it. If they sign you to, like for instance, these baseball players, these cats getting 50 and 60 million dollar contracts. You can only imagine how much money they make. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole team to pay 50 and 60 million, 20 million, you know. So like I said, just think about it. They making way on past that.
Right.
You know, I can only imagine how much money they get. So like I said, if these cats is criminals and they didn't committed crimes, then I ain't even gonna say it like that. We gotta tell it like what it is. That's a judgment.
Yep.
You know, because you think about it, like when Diddy, that video that he did, you know, when he was jumping up and throwing papers on his office, screaming and yelling, he's such a savage and all of this.
Mm-hmm.
That attitude carried over. And he just continued to do stuff to people, thinking that he was gonna continue to get away with it. You know, promising people all these contracts, defiling them, slipping stuff in they drinks, man. You know, that stuff, nah, you can't do. And then like you P. Diddy, like you could why you gotta drug people? You know how many women would give it to you just because you P. Diddy?
Right.
They'll give it to you. You know? So no, I wouldn't say that. You know. That I wouldn't say.
You right about that. And
I don't swear.
like we're gonna get why all of this is happening with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians from our oppressor. Because it's plain as day. Ezekiel 35, verse 5 says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Time of our calamity, man. Meaning they have a bloodlust, hatred that's unsatiable. It's not going to be quenched. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High ain't going to let them just wipe us out. You know what I'm saying? Imagine wanting to unalive something so bad with all your heart and you can't do it. But you got everything you need to do it. It's something that's blocking you. It's a power that's blocking you from doing it. And they know it. But guess what? First gonna be last, and last gonna be first, man. That's what's gonna happen throughout it all. And this racism popping up and going bananas like it is, it's just one step closer to us getting up out of this hell, man. You understand? And I'm in my time right now. I'm gonna end the class with that. Shalom, Israel.